Welcome to our new video. Today we are going to talk about OnePlus 10 Pro, so let's get started. OnePlus has another flagship for 2022 OnePlus 10 Pro. It has new design and chipset but also a lot of same with last year's 9 Pro. The phone has a less generic design than the 9 Pros and the square camera bump is a bold choice. That mixes nicely into the frame of the phone. The back of the 10 Pro is made of Gorilla Glass 5 and the frame is aluminum with a matte black completion. What you're looking here is the volcanic black option. But an emerald forest option is also available. The fingerprint reader is placed under the display up this time, making it easier to reach with one hand. Overall, the phone feels very good to hold. The matte texture does a very decent job of repelling fingerprints, but it gives limited grip and the phone is rather slippery. The OnePlus 10 Pros has a IP68 resistance against water and dust. The 10 Pro has similar display we saw on the OnePlus 9 Pro. It's a 6.7-inch AMOLED panel with QHD+ resolution and second-generation LTPO technology with a dynamic 120Hz refresh rate. The protection has been updated to Gorilla Glass Victus. Now on to the brightness. We estimated a limit of 100 to 500 nit in manual slider and 1300 nits in auto mode when in bright sun. The colors are very accurate. The interface of the OnePlus 10 Pro is Oxygen OS 12.1 running over Android 12. In OnePlus 10 Pro you can get 128 or 256 GB of storage that is not expandable in Europe and India. But in North America, you can get the 128 GB version at launch. OnePlus plans to bring a 256 GB variant later this year. On the 10 Pro, you'll find the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 paired with OnePlus' new 3D passive cooling system. We've seen this chip run pretty hot on different phones. But the 10 Pro's got excellent thermal management with minimal throttling in our stress test. This makes the 10 Pro a good decision for gamers. But remember that most games will be limited to 60 Hz refresh rate, failing to take advantage of the chipset's raw performance. The OnePlus 10 Pro comes with a bigger 5000 mAh battery. It scored 107 hours in our endurance test. In North America, you'll get the 65-watt fast charger which comes in the box. With it, we were able to charge the phone from 0 to full 100% in 32 minutes. The 10 Pro comes with an 80-watt charger in Europe and India. For sound, the OnePlus 10 Pros has a dual stereo speakers. They are great for watching YouTube videos or listening to podcasts, but music can sound tinny at higher volumes. Now on to the cameras. The 10 Pro has the second-generation Hasselblad camera in the lineup. The OnePlus 10 Pro has a 48-megapixel main camera with OIS, a 8-megapixel telephoto camera with 3.3 times optical zoom, and a new 50-megapixel ultra-wide camera with a 150-degree field of view. Unfortunately, this ultra-wide camera has no autofocus. The main camera outputs 12-megapixel photos. Of course, this camera produces extraordinary shots with great amount of detail. There is some noticeable sharpening throughout all the shots but too aggressive. Colors are very accurate, comes out vivid and are satisfying to look at. HDR is a bit more moderate, so pictures have a more natural look. Portraits shot with the main camera are excellent with an available digital zoom mode. The blur effect is convincing, handling hair and edges genuinely well, but glasses can still trip. Telephoto shots keep up with same colors and resolve detail, great contrast and decent sharpness. The ultra-wide camera could lose a little detail compared with the main camera, but colors look practically the same anyway. It has lost the autofocus capabilities, and you can shoot in a 150-degree ultra-wide mode, which opens the camera's full field of view, and there's the fisheye mode which creates even more sensational shots. The OnePlus 10 Pro has a new 32-megapixel selfie camera with f2.2 aperture. The photos have great amount of detail and very much handled dynamic range. Colors are not saturated and there's no autofocus this time around. Videos are limited to 1080p. 8K video doesn't appear to be Blu-ray 8K. However, it looked more like 4K video that has been upscaled and sharpened to mimic 8K. The best mode to shoot with is 4K and it's accessible on the main camera in 30, 60 and 120 frames per second. Footage looks clean and fresh with great level of detail, colors and dynamic range. 4K video from the ultra-wide camera looks great with great level of detail, good color and dynamic range. The telephoto camera maximizes at 1080p which look decent. So that is the OnePlus 10 Pro, which brings a upgraded look with a smudge-free finish, higher battery limit, bright and accurate AMOLED screen, a flagship-grade chipset with 5G support and skilled cameras. Battery duration is perfect and charging speeds are blazing fast, and thermal management is great, but there are several things that left us negatively. The major one is Oxygen OS, which has lost much of its character in its merger with Colors OS. It's inconsistent as well and it bound to disappointing, and the camera performance is great here. So guys, this is the review of OnePlus 10 Pro. If you like it, give the big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching guys, and see you on the next video.